Hi everybody, I'm Heidi with the Weathered Fence Post, and my husband Steve and I have been helping great treasures like these behind me find new homes since 2014. Can't believe it's almost been 10 years that we've been doing this. We actually do not sell online. We have two booths locally in the Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina area. One is at Antiques at Gresham Lake in North Raleigh, and one is at Collected Treasures in Garner. One of the great things that happens in this industry, the resellers industry or reseller business, is that you find great new friends to enjoy all this treasure hunting with. And in today's video, I'm going to be going with two really great friends. One is Joanne with Bat Thrift Crazy, and one is Kelly. And we are going to go to several places. We're going to go to the Durham Rescue Mission outlet bins. We're going to go to the outlet bins in Winston, Salem for the Goodwill outlet bins. We are going to go to a Goodwill, and I feel like we stopped somewhere else. I don't know. I can't remember. It was a blur. But we were all day long treasure hunting. We found a lot of great things. We had fun together. We got to go out to dinner together. That was fun, trying to find a Mexican restaurant to eat at. Oh my gosh, that took a while, but it was so good once we found the place to eat. But Joanne with Bat Thrift Crazy, I know that a lot of you are new subscribers here to our channel because she has mentioned us over on her channel and invited you to come over and check us out. And I just want to welcome each and every one of you, and I appreciate you coming over to check us out. I hope you enjoy our videos, and but there'll be a whole lot more probably coming with Joanne and I because we have become good friends. And we actually have booths in the same antique mall, and we're local to the same area, so we probably will be doing a lot of thrifting together as the years go by, hopefully. But at any rate, thank you and welcome aboard. As I said, we don't sell online. We do have booths in two antique malls, and the reason we don't sell online is because Steve and I both have full-time jobs. And we have two booths, so we just don't have time to manage it properly, and we don't want to mess it up. We don't want to delay shippings and all that, so we do avoid selling online right now because we just don't have the time to do it properly. So, without any further ado, let's get into this video. So we're going to go hunting first. I think what we'll do, I'm going to have to probably split the video up because I've got several items to go over. Found a lot of great things. So I think what we'll do first is we'll start out at the Durham Rescue Mission outlet bins. We'll then head on over to the Goodwill outlet in Winston-Salem. I'll go over some items, and then we'll finish up with the Goodwill. Where was that? It was near Elon. I can't remember exact address or town that was in. Oh, Kelly, you'll have to let me know if you're watching. I can't remember where that was. But anyway, we'll end up there, and I'll go over some more things in a second video that'll come out later this week. So let's get going. Let's go thrifting. We are starting at the bins, the Durham Outlet Rescue Mission bins. We are hunting. I'm hunting through the artwork. I found this piece. It's a mixed media. It's acrylic and material. On the back here it says acrylic and fabric. This person was asking $125 for this piece. I'm kind of mixed on it. I don't like the finish, how the fabric's coming off there. I do like this though, but the fabric I'm actually kind of not liking. I actually like the painting. I think the painting's pretty cool with the piano. I don't know. Kind of mixed on it. Not sure. Picked up some baskets and a few picture frames. That's where I'm at right now. Just came across this. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This is from 1991. Big Snow White book. I think I'll give it a try. So I only picked up a few things at the Durham Rescue Mission outlet bins. We weren't there very long, and as we've said in the last few videos, or I've said in the last few videos, I think Joanne's probably mentioned it too, The hard goods aren't so good right now there. So I mainly go there to get art. You're gonna find, if you watch my videos and you go back and look at all the videos and continue along this journey with us, you're gonna find that I really love artwork. I especially love things that are handmade, things that artisan work, anything anybody does, you know, that's creative on their own. And so I do look for artwork at the bins in Durham. And this is a beautiful piece that I found. I actually found this picture. It's a picture of a horse. I found this picture in another frame, and the frame wasn't so hot. It wasn't in the best condition. We're getting a little reflection there, but I just thought, I think it's a colt. I thought it was so beautiful and precious. And so I pulled it out of that frame, and I found a frame that I thought would go better with it, and reframed it. Why not? The stuff is just going to go to the dump anyway, so I'm, you know, desperately trying to find a new home for these items. This is by Susan Wamsley, and it was done in 1990. I do need to, I didn't want to take it out of the matting and ruin it. I cannot determine if this is a print or if this is an original piece. But I will price it accordingly, you know, because I'm unable to determine it, you know, for certain. So this is one of the beautiful pieces I picked up there. Another item I picked up there was this adorable, look at this basset hound. And what is that? Is that a, oh, what are they called? Is it a hot dog? I call it a hot dog. What are they called? I can't remember the name of them. Kelly, you had this kind of dog, don't you? You know what this is called. But, oh my gosh, I thought that this is an original piece. And it has, you know, damage on it. I took it out of the frame. The frame was falling apart, but I just couldn't, I had to save this. I thought these two were just too adorable. So I'm going to reframe it. I'll probably put some matting around it to hide some of the damage, the water damage here. But it's really, and it does have some age on it. So I think it's an older piece. I don't see, oh, it does have a date, 1992 this is from. But yeah, this little pair, this little duo, they're going to get reframed and find a new home. This great big book, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, this is from 1991. I just thought it had really great graphics. It's worn, it's loved, but look how big this is. I could just see somebody reading this to their child. It's just so big they could lay on a blanket on the floor and just read, you know, almost lay on the book and read it. It's so awesome. I won't charge a lot for this in the booth, but maybe it'll bring a smile to some child's face or a parent who wants to, you know, have a fun book reading night with their child. So I couldn't let it go. I grabbed it. I do pick up frames while I'm there because they have tons of frames there, and frames can be so expensive. I thought this one was so pretty with the stained glass in it. So I'm going to go ahead and just remove the standard picture that was in there, but you can see how pretty that is with the light behind it. So I went ahead and grabbed that. I think somebody might really enjoy that. I also grabbed this little box that has, you can take and put a picture in there. The interior of the box is in good condition. And what I did recently is I found some glass paperweights there at the bins, and I put an antique picture in the glass paperweight, and they didn't last but a few days in the booth. Somebody really enjoyed this. I think I might do the same with this. Put an antique picture here, and then somebody has a nice box with a beautiful antique picture in the front. In good condition. I think that is all that I found at the Durham Rescue Mission outlet bins. Then we headed over to Winston-Salem. Now that's a little bit of a drive for me, so as I've said before in another video, I can only do that maybe once a quarter. It does take a lot of time to get there, but I'll tell you, oh, I might have to up that because every time I go, this is only my second time actually, every time I've gone, wow, do I get a lot of great stuff, and I've got some really cool things, and most of everything I found was there. I walked out with 2 bins full, I believe, of items. A lot of books, a lot of records, some 45s, and we're going to go over that. But let's get over to the Winston-Salem Goodwill outlet bins. Let's go there. We have arrived safe and sound at the most magical place on earth, and we're going to go in and find all the treasures. Let's go, girls. Oh, what we got to find? We got to find a marble. We're going to do a little treasure. We're going to do a little scavenger hunt, too. We got to find a marble. We got to find a antique book that's like before the 1930s or the 1930s, and a whistle. And then whoever finds those first gets to have a margarita or Starbucks. Look what I just found, a little golden book. I found myself. Look at all these books. All kinds of books. All kinds of books to look through. Inside Tennis. Rivers. I think I'm going to get this. Vietnam veteran. That can be cleaned up. I think I'm going to grab that. I found a 1930s book, but I have not found a whistle or what was the other thing I was supposed to find? A marble. Marble. Should be able to find a marble. I gotta go look in the kids section. We'll grab that little guy. So the cart is definitely getting full, but we'll sort through some of these things. I'm trying to decide if these are lucite. It's definitely crocheted or knitted. Found this Vietnam hat. Vietnam vet hat. Found this. This is Stampin' Up. I think we're going to use that for my tags. Got all kinds of stuff in here I need to go through. Got this little rustic bell. I think this is leather.
I probably will put it back. I don't know. It's in good condition except for that right there, but I think I might be able to clean that up. The interior is clean. I don't know if it's leather though. I'm gonna take a look at this. I got a whole bag full of 45s. I'm gonna take a look at that. Saturday Sesame Street Fever. Looking for the year on it. I don't see it right off. You might, 1978. So yeah, I'm gonna look at that. Found a couple baskets. This one's kind of cool. So just a bunch of stuff. This is one of my favorites because I think this is antique. It's quite old. Basket. It does have a little bit of damage, but that's okay. I really like it. Oh, looks like it's time to go. All right, we'll go hunt some more.
I am obviously not going to be able to go over every single piece that I found at the bins because there's just too many and I don't want to bore you. But I'm going to go over some of my favorite pieces. This by far is probably my favorite piece that I found there. I do believe it's an antique. It is quite weathered. We are the weathered fence post, so I enjoy weathered things. And I thought it was awesome. It does have a little bit of damage. That's okay with me, but as you can see close up, see those nails? Those are quite old. Love the color on this. It's such, isn't that a cute size too? The size of this, somebody's just gonna really love this basket. Putting that on top of their, now this is the only thing that makes me wonder a little bit. I don't know if this was the original color of it and somebody has stained it, because I was surprised to see this color on the inside. Now the rest of the basket's like this, so I don't know about that, but all the hardware tells me this is an older piece. And you know, just the weathering of it. But either way, I think it's fantastic. I mean, look at these too. You don't usually see that on newer baskets. I just think it's fantastic. I think somebody's gonna love this. I don't think it's gonna last very long. So this is probably one of my very favorite pieces. I was on a little bit of a rustic feel that day, I think. I found this in the bins. I think this is nice. It's kind of got that country rustic feel to it. Just a cute little bell that I'm sure somebody will love. They can just set it on their shelf. They could put it with that basket. Continuing with baskets, this is a beautiful piece. Will go great on the wall. And then I also found this one too, this diamond shape. Now these could go together at a different, you know, different types of arrangements on the wall. You could actually put this inside and actually lay it on a table. It would look nice on a table, or you could somehow attach that on the inside and put it on the wall. A great boho piece. They're in good condition. I can't even believe they survived the bins. Hopefully they survived me. But we'll get them. We'll get them in the booths, and we'll help them find a new home. My eyes must have been just focusing on, you know, country decor, farmhouse decor, rustic decor, because it seems like a lot of the colors that I picked up and a lot of the items I picked up that day were like that. So my mind was like in the fall or something. I don't know, because I did pick up a lot of fall items, it seems. And this mallard duck, it says mallard duck on the bottom. And this is just a stuffed duck. Now, it's not heavy, so I don't think it's a doorstop. I think it's just a decor piece. But I thought, yes, I mean, it was in great condition. There's nothing wrong with it. So it's just a mallard duck pillow. These are home interiors. And I believe, like most things with home interiors, they would come in a set of 3. So you have this hummingbird. And then here's another hummingbird. And I believe that they did come in a set of 3, possibly a set of 2. But there's the information on the back. If we could pick it up. Probably not going to be able to pick it up, but it does say Homeco on the back. So I definitely grabbed those. Hummingbirds, people love hummingbirds. I love hummingbirds. Now, there is no shame in my game. I am not afraid to take something apart that's at the bins. In my mind, it's, you know, anything goes there, because all this stuff is just being wheeled out for a half an hour to an hour to look through, and then it's going to go away. It's probably going to the dump, or I don't know where it's going, but it's obviously on its last leg. So these were attached to a metal like candle holder thing that I didn't think anybody would have any interest in. But these are glass, and they're glass grapes. So I went ahead and I removed those from that piece of decor, and I found 2 of them. They're really pretty. I don't know if you can see the light coming through them there, but I said, yeah, I'll grab those. I think somebody might be interested in those. So I'll just put them together and see if somebody wants those for an art project that they're working on or for their own decor. I definitely wasn't going to pass this up. I saw this in the bins. It was in great condition. I had the utmost respect for our veterans, and I thought somebody would really enjoy this. It does say that it is made in the USA, and it's from a company out of Jacksonville, Florida. Has the snapback. So it doesn't have a year on it, but I'm thinking it's possibly vintage. I don't know for sure, but it was in great condition, and I said yes. Joanne and I both found some horses we didn't even realize till the end when we had our carts to the side and we were kind of reviewing everything that we found, and she had a whole bunch of these little horses and I had just a few, but it was funny because we had them all out on the table behind us, and there was an older gentleman kind of cruising through it. Boy, I thought he was just going to start shopping our table. We were like sorting through our stuff, deciding what we wanted to keep, what we wanted to put back. And he had his eyeballs on these horses. He said he was picking them up for his granddaughter, but I'm thinking maybe not, because this is a Briar, and Joanne had several of these. And this one is from an Arabian collection, and it's from 2004. So grab those, and I think I'm going to stage these with that picture. They kind of look nice with that. Another item that I love to pick up when I'm out hunting at the bins are books. I've got this whole stack of little golden books, and there are people that collect these. Some of these are a little bit warped. They do have a little bit of a bow to them, but the interior is in good condition. There might be a name on the front cover of some of them. Yeah, there's the name written right there, or that's actually a sticker. I might be able to get that off there. But otherwise, the pages aren't ripped and all written in like most kids do. But we've got, and Joanne found a few of these too for me. We've got Alice in Wonderland, The Many Faces of Ernie. I'm reading this backwards. Heidi, which you saw in the video. Oh Little Rabbit. Oh Little Rabbit. Mickey Mouse and the Great Lot Plot. The Christmas Story. I always like the little golden books, the Christmas story books. And look at this. I've had this one before. Tawny Scrawny Lion. Aw. And Big Bird Brings Spring to Sesame Street. So great set of little golden books. We'll put those in the booth. I'll probably lock them up in like 3 or 4 or 5. I still have some downstairs too, but we can lock them up. I really kind of just like to lock them up maybe in 2 so that people can see each book, the cover of each book. I think this was the book that Joanne found. We had that little thing going where you had to find a book from the 1930s. You had to find a marble. You had to find a whistle. We were doing that little scavenger hunt. And I don't think any of us really completed that. All of us found a book. We all thought maybe the book would be the hardest. I didn't think so. I thought the book might be the easiest, actually. But they thought the book was going to be the hardest, and we all found the book. We couldn't find the whistle. And the marble, I think Kelly found a marble. Or did Joanne? I can't remember. Maybe Joanne will go over it in her video. But at any rate, this I think she found. She wasn't interested in keeping it, but I love books, so I definitely wanted it. And this turned out to be, Steve actually looks at my haul afterwards and gives me his top 3 that he likes. And the records, of course, were the top. But he liked this book. He thought this was a pretty cool book. And it is, I think that's kind of neat, that guy in the front there. But this is from Death Valley, a guide. And where's the date on this? This is from 1939, so it just made the 30s. But I don't know if I'll keep the sleeve on it. The sleeve is kind of cool. A lot of times I take those off and I just use them as risers in the booth and, sell the book without the sleeve. But this one with the sleeve I might keep because it is kind of neat. This one is from 1942, Elementary Community Civics. Who took civics? You remember taking civics? Love this. I love this type of hardcover book. Just something about these older books that I just love. If you're a book lover, you know what I'm talking about. This is really cool. This was the other piece that was one of Steve's favorites, and I never even thought that this would be, but once he told me why, I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. He used to put models together when he was younger. He said he probably wouldn't be able to do this now because he is older and it would be probably too hard for his hands to do it. But this is a model. It's called Metal Earth, and this is a scorpion. And look, this was $11 when it was brand new. So, and this was in the bins. It's never been opened. So I said, yeah, let's give it a try. And then on crafty things, I picked this up. I just thought the tassels were really pretty. And I thought, somebody may be interested in this for some project that they're working on. Let's say they're working on dressing up a lamp, a shade on a lamp or something. They could put this around the bottom of it. So definitely saved that from the bins. It's too nice to let it go to the garbage. I grabbed this too. I got to clean it up. It's a little messy, but it's got that 1970s color, doesn't it? That beautiful brown. And this is for holding, if I can get it open, your threads. So you can put all your threads and your bobbins in there. It actually says needles. Put needles right there, bobbins, and all your threads right there. The inside has got to be definitely cleaned up, but it's in the plastic is in great condition. There are no cracks on this. The handle's intact. I definitely know this will find a new home. And this is from Wilson Manufacturing Corporation out of Sunbury, Pennsylvania. Let's see if you can see that. There it is, right there. You're always going to see me picking up anything that's boho, that's baskets, that's mid-century modern, rustic. That's, I'm kind of all over the place with that. I mean, I go back and forth between rustic and boho, I would say the most. Definitely vintage, definitely 1970s, love that, and 60s. And also I'll try to find good antiques or just good vintage pieces that may not be in those categories. But this is just a boho piece. Kind of wasn't sure if I wanted it. It's not anything old, but I thought the colors were nice. I thought it was done well. It is crocheted. So I said, okay, we'll go ahead and grab it. It does have some beads on it, and somebody may want that for their decor. You also will know from watching my videos, I don't like baskets with handles. Not my favorite thing because they're just hard to store if they don't sell. Oh, they just are like, oh, all these handles. But this one I could not pass this one up. I really love this. It was in great condition. It's a nice sturdy basket. It's a good size. And I thought somebody would definitely really like this. It's actually got this different style on it too. it's just, you know, the handle looks like it's all braided. I thought this one was pretty cool, so grab that. Okay, I've got to go. It is time for me to head to my job. So the next time you see me, I may not be wearing this outfit. I may have to switch out and be in something else later this evening to finish this up. But here is just a portion of the stack of 45s that I pulled out of those bins. This is what Steve, I brought home like a stack like this. It was like, I think 17 pounds worth of 45s. And this is what Steve has picked out from that. So I'm so happy I did it. I was like, I think Steve would be interested in these. I don't know what kind of condition they're going to be in because they've been in the bins. They might be all scratched up. But we actually started playing these. We had such a great time on, I don't know if it was Sunday night or Saturday night. It might have been Sunday night because I think I was wiped out Saturday night. Sunday night we went through these 45s and we started playing some of them, and they weren't scratched at all. I mean, they've got that scratchy sound from being a 45, but they weren't skipping or anything. And there are some great artists in here. I mean, there was Elvis, the Beatles, Elton John. There was some really good stuff in here. So these are the ones that Steve picked out. Look at all of them. And the others I will put in our yearly yard sale for somebody else to grab and enjoy. But yeah, I'll go through a couple of these titles later. But I got to get to work now. So when I come back, I may look a little different.